Hi there, I'm Pretty Boy down at Friday Fisheries in Ingatestone, doing a top rod versus top rod match.
Hi, Jay down at Friday Fisheries, getting ready for the top rod versus top rod against Pretty Boy. He's the reigning champion, as it were. I got it a couple of years ago. I think he only got it last year because I weren't here fishing, so we'll just have to see what happens this weekend and let the best man win.
So how are you going to set this up?
Basically, we've decided to go between the two, sort of fish a bit evenly.
How much do you want to put on it then?
What, 5 biggest fish, 5 first fish?
Done.
Yeah, no chance, mate, but the best £10 I ever spent in my life taking it off you, I tell you.
Do you want to point out where you're fishing?
Left hand rod basically would be where that big green bush is down there, about rod length and a half. There's a nice big gravel spot down there. So I've had caught a lot of fish off it, and you always see them showing over there. So for me, that's definitely a banking rod. Right hand rod for the second of two will be on the tall tree, about another rod length off again. Nice little hard clay spot around a really silty area. There's a lovely hard clay spot about the size of a dinner plate in between.
Why are you superstitious about the net?
It's not me, it's Carl over there.
I think he's trying to mess you up there, Pretty Boy.
Well, like I say, mate, I've got a lot of superstitions with my carp angling. It's never let me down. I just can't set my net up until I'm ready.
You ain't going to need it anyway, mate.
So what's the story with this fella's fish?
About 3 or 4 years ago, I think his nan died, so he come down the lake to get away from it all, and he caught that particular fish. And he's come down the lake every year since then, within a few days, a week, and he's had the same fish every session. A little bit sentimental to him, I think.
So you're being quite precise here, innit?
Yeah, a lot of my fishing is all precise. A lot of people don't bother to set up, chuck them down the margin, chuck them here, everywhere. Everything, I'm no nickname Pretty Boy, and I'm a tackle tart. I like everything to look good and be in line, but if I try the hardest I can to catch a fish, if I don't catch it, they're not there. If they're there, personally I think I'll catch them.
So you got your rods pointed straight at your spots?
Yeah, straight at them. Like I say, to me, bite indication, if you're fishing straight towards it, if you're picking up liners and stuff like that, they're possibly in the direction where you're fishing. If you want your rods pointing the other way and you got them down there, yeah, you're getting liners, but you don't, first you're not sure if it's coming directly from there, or because you got your rod down, it might be down there.
Okay, so what's happening?
Well, I've just spoken to a chap over the other side, and he said he's seen a load of fish over the backside of the island in the bay, so just going to go and have a quick look now and possibly a move on the cards, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, so there's another fish out.
Yeah, so we've been here since this morning.
How long have we been here? About an hour?
Well, a couple of hours, since we got here really. Yeah, a couple of hours, seen 2 on the bank. And that's one of the A-team, a fish called Luke's Common at £44. Absolutely stunning fish.
So no pressure then, Jay?
Well, it's getting a bit fresher now, isn't it? But I think we're going to grab a rod quickly and go around the back where we saw them fish and have a go for an hour.
So does Pretty Boy know you're going over here?
No, I'm just going to go and have a look and...
So this is a bit of like covert intelligence, yeah?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Just anything to get one up on him.
Just marking my spot out in open water, just trying to find a sort of gravel hump out there, ready for us to go out in the boat and get baited up really. So I can't wait to find it and get fishing finally.
Right, just walk around this corner. And just in front here, just where these first sort of few reeds are, there's a big mirror. Just swam off, we just spooked it. Basically it's just a blowback rig. Just going to put a slow sinking bottom bait on it. With a little bag and just flick it into the edge. In the past at frying him, found the bait I'm using here, the monster worm, to be very effective. Caught pretty much all my fish on it, to be honest, whether it be a bottom bait or a pop-up. So just using what I'm confident with. Right, that's the finished rig. And as quickly and quietly as I can, because it's fishing the swim, I'm just going to get it out there.
You alright, mate? Where are you?
I'm round the back of the island.
What are you doing about the island?
Yeah, no, I see a few over here, so just brought a couple of rods over.
You got a couple of rods out? What? I haven't started the match yet, I've been out. Well, best you get back round here and we start the match, yeah? You can't sneak one out before and start cheating, can you? See a minute?
Nip, no worries, mate. I'll be over in a little while.
Preba, what's the tactics you're going to use?
Basically over here, I'm going to use two different tactics from my normal tactics. One will be just a boilie approach from my chod rigs, which will be the DTM blend with white fluoro on top. It's worked so well for me down here the last couple of years. Caught so many fish in it last year, so I was on that completely. Managed to get top rod on it. A lot of lads use it down here and they get on really well with it. It just seems to be one of the baits, the fish just absolutely gorging it. Obviously comes different ranges. I personally like white fluoros, bait up with 10s, 15, 18mm M-blend boilies, with chods. Other side of it, the other side of fishing, particle fishing. Basically what I do, have the old bait zone, hemp and corn, mix a good lot of that with fish DNA, Fish Pro mix, put that good in it as well. Load of 10mm M blends, a few bait zone bloodworm pellets, and that's the end mixture. As you can see, it's got everything in there, breaks down, even stick mix in it, give it a bit of a cloudy sort of consistency as well. That's the two tactics I go for, obviously on different spots. That's on the gravel spots, obviously chods and that are obviously on the silty spots. And then hopefully the two tactics that this weekend is going to win me the prize of a match of top rod versus top rod.
Just sorting some rigs out, trying to get the rods out, and the old heavens have opened. It's been quite nice all day, quite overcast but no sign of rain, and yeah, just at the wrong time, the old rain's come.
Well, only bait for the night.
How'd it go?
Yeah, good. Got good spots. Got the bait where we wanted it. So.
Side wind, so
As good as mine or not? Jay, in the tree, mate. Come over a bit.
I'm gonna go there, don't I? I'll be alright.
Yeah. Don't cast in the tree again, will you?
I'm in that gap, aren't I?
Yeah, mate. Well, we'll go right a bit. There you go. On the money?
On the money.
So, Preeper, where are you going now?
I'm just going to rescue Jay's rig from a tree, which he's cast the other side of the bank about 145 yards.
And he didn't want us to know about it.
No, he didn't want us to know about it, but now it's on camera. Noddy!
So, sorry, why's he gone over there?
He's gone over there because I was clipping my rod up to the far margin and I've gone about a rod length too far straight into the hedge.
Yeah, and you don't feel at all embarrassed
Oh,
about that?
not at all, no.
Conditions ain't spot on for this swim, we know that. But our matey last on Tuesday, he had the chunk out of it, exact same conditions.
Right, just coming into the evening of the first night. It's probably about an hour before dark now. Got all the rods out on the spots. Put some bait out. We went out in a boat because we were losing the light, so a bit quicker and a little bit easier than spotting and using the throwing stick. Seen a few about today. There's quite a few down the other end of the lake. But the wind's going to change tomorrow, so hopefully that'll bring the fish with it. And you never know, we might be lucky enough to get one during the night.
So, morning, pretty boy, what's up?
Well, quiet night. Had quite a few liners last night on left hand rod, which is obviously showing good. There's obviously fish moving down there. Weather's done exactly what it's supposed to do via the sun, come out. Pressure's on the rise, which on this swim is absolutely spot on and critical. I've always fished this swim lots, and I've always found when the sun comes out, the pressure goes high, the fish move down there. Winds, personally to me, doesn't really matter as much in here because it's blowing a predominant wind, it always does. So hopefully the fish will move up here today, and we'll see a few, and today hopefully we'll start catching a few.
So, morning then.
Good morning.
Yeah, second day.
Second day, not been up too long after a quiet night. Weather's changed a little bit, which is good for us. The sun's out, opposed to yesterday when it was cloudy and overcast all day with a bit of rain. So hopefully that'll push a few fish up to our end. The wind hasn't done exactly what it was meant to do. It's blowing a sort of a westerly now instead of a northerly like it's meant to. But I think because the sun's out and we're fishing up the shallow end of the lake, hopefully that's going to drift a few fish up into our areas. So things are looking a little bit better than yesterday.
So, pretty boy, why don't you run us through the rigs that you use here on the main lake?
Okay, at the main lake of Farning, I started saying yesterday, I generally use two types of rigs for two baiting situations. The first is my particle rig, which is this rig here. Just a 25-pound hydrogen micro with a fake 10mm bait and a grain of cord in the end. It's done really well for me over the years on here. I use that in conjunction with a rigmarole 3-fold leg clip. Every time I have a take, the leg comes off. There's no question about it. These leg clips, to my eyes, are the best in the market. Next is my favourite old choddy. I take choddies absolutely everywhere. Over here, they work so well, the white fluoros from DC. So with that, I have a little ring piece swivel on the end of my choddy as well. Yeah, again from rigmarole. Just gives it so much movement. I say at the bottom of there, it sits there, swivel, and just it's so natural when a fish comes along.
And what about Jay?
Jay, well, I think he uses PVA hooks. He loses more fish than he catches.
Hello, mate. We've been looking for you. What's up?
Well, I'm back round in this bay where I was yesterday. Nothing yesterday from here, but there's plenty of fish out here again. So while Pretty Boy weren't looking, I thought I'd nip round here and have another go.
Yeah, and a match?
I think the same rules apply, don't it? Whatever swim you're in.
A lot of people come here and they don't catch. Where are they going wrong?
Personally, to me, it's about location. Saying we're out in the boat at the moment, and I've seen it before, like we're out here. People's marker floats are out. They spend hours finding the spot. They cast the marker float, and then miles behind it, miles to the left, miles in front. To me, you've just got to keep on it until you're on that spot. There's no point spending hours trying with a marker float, finding your spot, not to be on top of it.
So it's more about your craftsmanship, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all about the watercraft. A lot of people think you just turn up here and you catch fish. That's where a lot of people get it wrong. The fish aren't easy to catch in here. Once you get on the fish, yeah, you can catch a few, but you've got to find the fish to begin with. And you know, like I've said before, a lot of it, I look at the catch reports, I look at the internet, obviously on the website, keep up to date with the lads down here. Just get as much knowledge as you can all throughout the week. Then when you get down here, you've got a good idea of where you want to be.
So you've come back.
I've come back.
And?
Yeah, still a few fish out there, but there's a few signs of a little bit of spawning, a little bit of rubbing up and thrashing about in the reeds, so I've left them alone. Not the bigger ones, just the like, little small sort of stockies coming through. So thought I'd give it a rest and come back round to the swim.
So you're blanked?
I blanked, yes.
So you're putting your rods back out. Have you changed anything, different baits or?
No, pretty much sticking with the same as yesterday. So the two spots on the far bank and one in open water. Haven't really had much to go on, to be honest, up this end. It's been the odd show here and there. So for tonight we're just going to stick to the same spots. Tomorrow, if you know, nothing changes and we haven't seen any more, I'm thinking I might be up for a move somewhere. So we'll have to wait till tomorrow for that. But as for now, yeah, sticking to the same spots. See how far this lands off, Carl?
You lose so much distance standing down there. Just that extra few feet down. Shit. I'll say a good half rod length, 3/4 rod length off, mate, should be fine. Still won't catch though.
So this is another one of your top tips, yeah?
Yeah, it was just a tip I used, easy way for me to mark my lines and
okay, so
up.
show us. Why don't you show us? Yeah, go on.
Right. Basically, I've already found my spot out in the lake. I've clipped up to it, so now just so I can get the same spot every time, just wrap the lead around there, around the first peg, and then just start wrapping the line around the pegs, counting each one as you go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on till you hit the clip, like so. That's 17.5 turns. So you've gone around there 17, and then you come to a half. So I've just lined it up with a tree just behind the swim, so I can get to the same spot every time. If there's nothing there, normally I stick a little stick in the ground or something. So now you can unwind it, cast it out to the lake. When you come to recast, just wrap it around your pegs, the same number of times, up until you hit your little line marker. Put it back in the clip, and you're at the same spot every time.
So I'm going to catch a fish tonight. I can feel it. 36-pound mirror. What are you going to catch tonight, Jay? Apart from a cold, obviously, but...
Well, even if I catch a cold, it's still going to be more than you.
Yeah, rightio.